We want to wait to figure out the right thing. So that's the only thing we got to do because we don't really want to work. Not for real. Who the fuck wants to really work? You just figure out what you like doing and enjoy doing and figure out how to turn it into finance. We thinking finance first. We supposed to be thinking doing first. I'm telling you, I look right down at that corner of the table. They like, well, I thought I was supposed to be taking more responsibility for myself. You are supposed to be taking more responsibility for yourself, but you don't got to figure this shit out on your own. Well, I was doing it. No, you're doing what's comfortable. You're doing the default. You ain't stretching yourself. We threw you into the wolves. You a wolf. We already know you a wolf. You can fight, but you ain't pushing yourself. She allowing herself to be pushed when she with us, but she ain't pushing herself, so ain't no growth happening. You got to have to push from two directions, and then it's growth. But if we pushing, when a motherfucker don't want to be pushed, they getting pushed over or defending themselves like, stop pushing me. But if we both pushing, that's growth. If it's only coming from one side and you ain't moving, that's the definition of stuck. Yeah, it's the definition of stuck. And the reality is, this is what we all dealing with. So this ain't even no isolated issue. This ain't even something that is isolated to you. Your configuration is unique to you. Motherfuckers is stuck. So the question is, I just told you, dishonest.
Why we can just easily flip it?
Because it's also, you addicted to the version of yourself that you are. There's comfort in it because it's familiar. You're not the version of yourself that you want to become. And if you ain't checking and evaluating all of your habits, all of your mindset, all of your emotional maturity or immaturity, all of your truth telling ability, if you're not evaluating it, like that's the measure. The measure ain't, oh, I'm different than what I used to be. That ain't the measure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you was out in the sun all day, you darker. I don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? You taller, your hair longer. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the measure. The measure is the distance you create from other versions of yourself. How much distance is there? How wide is that gap? When you hear me say stretch yourself, how far have you stretched? When my father said to me, son, I'm proud of you, you come a long way. It was the most emotional thing anybody has ever fucking said to me. Because I recognized that he could see how far I've stretched from where I started. You feel what I'm saying? It's a hell of a fucking stretch. Stretched without breaking. Yeah, I'm different than I was a month ago. I'm different than the last time we had a conversation. You feel what I'm saying? Like, literally. But them just touchdowns. I still don't even know what to do with my ability to be able to have this conversation with you. You feel what I'm saying? But I think that it has some value. And I think somehow it's some monetary value. I think it's some insight in there. But I don't know what the fuck to do with it. But I'm not going to stop doing it just because I don't know what to do with it. Even if it feels like to some people, I'm just talking. I've grown with the conversations that we've created as a small community of individuals. And I'm forever grateful for the full participation, my contribution, and what was contributed to me. Because I was in 20 stuck conversations weekly. Overwhelmed, upset, frustrated, anxious, mad as fuck. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't there no more. And I'm proud as fuck of that. And if we look at the full distance of it, it's about 14 years. If we look at the short distance of it, the last 2 years has been where growth has really been happening. And we all in a similar fucking boat. I just was trying to figure out how not to get stuck. And now I'm getting more in tune with what the fuck it is I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out how to share that shit. Like, hey, I was really thinking. It ain't over till you quit. It ain't over till you quit. It ain't over till you quit. I've been rehearsing that shit in my head since I was fucking 25. How do I know when it's over? Oh, it's only over when you quit. That's when it's over. Okay, so all I gotta do is never quit. Oh shit, how did I get good at something? When I was little. Oh, I just practiced it every day. Oh, now I'm 37. I want to pop a willy. So what am I supposed to do? Oh, practice the shit every day until I can do it. That's the goal. The goal really ain't to pop a willy. The goal is to practice it every day. Fuck the goal. I'm already identified. I want to be able to willy this motherfucking bike. Like these kids is willying it. So I can think about my ability to do it. I can critique myself on how fast it's moving, how slow it's moving, or I can just say every single day I'm gonna pop a willy until I can willy. And then I look up and 8 years later, I'm so far from falling in Shaker parking lot with no phone, laying on my back in the middle of the night by myself, thinking it's too early to quit. How you do anything is how you do everything. That's why you hear me talking about popping a willy or a fucking mural or a water bottle. The nigga that came over yesterday, I'm sitting there like, nigga, you want to be honest, your whole interaction with your motherfucking ginger ale is the problem. He's like, what you mean? I said, well, the truth is you was walking to the car, you said, I shouldn't be drinking this, but it's better than drinking another form of pop. And then you came down, sat down, and then you drank that motherfucker. I said, this is why you can't get your business going. Because you can't be honest with yourself. Drink the motherfucking get ginger ale just because you want to. But you got to lie to yourself and trick yourself in order to feel comfortable with doing what you want to do, to taking responsibility for the fact that, you know, all of your family members diabetics is why you're probably looking at the sugar a certain kind of way or something. I don't know what the fuck it is. You're just not holding yourself accountable. You got to say that it's better. This ain't the worst of the bad shit. And I can't help but hear it the way I just explained it to you. You got to be able to be honest with yourself. You're doing it because you want to. Nigga, you've been selfish forever. So when we saying split the money, I know that shit made you uncomfortable. How could it not? This your idea. It's special to you. You thought about it for yourself. You thought about it for yourself, but you came over here for help getting it going. Ain't that a bitch? Yes, it's selfish. You don't really have no responsibilities outside yourself. And there's benefits to that. You selfish because there's benefits. Stop making it right or wrong. Stop making it good or bad. You doing what you want to do because that's what you want to do. You're not doing what you not doing because you don't want to do it. So can you trick yourself into doing the stuff that you need to do? That's the question. That's the challenge. How do I trick myself into doing the things that I need or want to do? Period. Because most of us have tricked ourselves out of it. We completely tricked ourselves out of getting anything fucking done. We walking around pretending that there's a version of us that wants to do it, but the version of us that doesn't want to do it is beating up the version of us that wants to. The part of me that doesn't want to do any of this shit is stronger than the part of me that wants to do it. That's what we telling ourselves. I mean, part of me want to, part of me don't. So why the part of you don't keep winning? Because you lying to yourself. This the whole you. You don't want to do it, and you ain't being honest with the fact that you don't want to do it. Because once you're honest with the fact that you don't want to do it, then you understand what the real problem is. And once you know what the real problem is, you can work on that. You can't work on the lie, the illusion, the delusion. There ain't no action steps for them. There's only action steps for the truth. I'm selfish as fuck. I only got to think about myself. Is why I'm selfish. It's like, oh, and that's getting in the way with me being able to share, even getting help with my business that ain't moved since I came up with the idea. So if I really want to grow, then maybe I use this as an opportunity to grow by not being selfish, as a form of practicing not being selfish with some motherfuckers that I trust with my life. Or you kick into the default, say, I really thought about it, I'm uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't want to share it. Okay. It's understandable. It's the truth.
Yeah.
And it's a never ending challenge. It's a never ending thing. Growth is the problem.
My growth?
Yeah, growth is always going to influence what we do or do not do. Our ability to continue, our ability to turn it and transform whatever it is we do. Like the doing is cool.
I'm not growing.
Yes. It's the growth. Because growth.
So how am I supposed to grow?
In all them areas. Honesty, mindset, emotions, habits. You gotta develop. Because the development of that is going to change your perception of what you like to do. People used to think what I was doing was a hobby. I knew it wasn't a hobby. I think you need to work on your mindset because you good at tricking yourself. You don't think you good at tricking yourself? You good at tricking yourself, like playing a trick on yourself, like mentally. No. This is what's fucking with your subconscious. Your subconscious ain't sitting there knowing what you saying. Your subconscious is sitting there saying, she keeps saying she don't do nothing. That's why you ain't doing nothing. The subconscious ain't sitting there trying to, it ain't sitting there taking in the innuendos and the influx of what the fuck you saying. What you're speaking into existence is what you keep saying. And your subconscious is what controls your behavior. So if you're telling yourself, I'm not doing nothing, or what I'm doing ain't something, your subconscious is hearing it and it's making your actions match what the subconscious is hearing. What you're speaking into existence is what I'm doing isn't something. I need to be actually doing something. It insinuates that what you're doing is not something. And if it's not something, it might be nothing. But the truth is when you're doing what you keep saying ain't something, you're experiencing something. That's why I say it's a trick you playing with your mind. We can call the trick lying to yourself. Because this is what being in our head is. The back and forth. You ain't sitting there with the angel and the devil sitting there saying, hey, I'm listening to you. You sitting there with the motherfuckers arguing. And then you listening to their argument, and then you saying that argument out loud. It becomes your argument. If the negative version of you ain't productive, listen to the positive version of yourself. If the positive version of yourself ain't productive, listen to the negative version of yourself. If I'm in that bed and I need to get up, this other version say, get the fuck up. It's following what you need to hear, not necessarily what you want to hear. But I'm telling you that mental game or trick we play is rooted in dishonesty with ourselves. And then we blame everybody's saying this to me. So we blaming everybody else. No, it don't matter if everybody else saying it. Because there's some shit that everybody's saying that you ain't doing. You feel what I'm saying?